Welcome to CCE LMS portal. Myself Sriranjani Tallam, lecturer in zoology and LMS presenter, DK Government College, Autonomous, Nellore. Students, today we are going to learn about the topic basics of polymerase chain reaction. Learning outcomes of this topic. Upon completion of this lesson, students will learn about introduction to polymerase chain reaction and students will learn about the history of the PCR, that is scientists and other developments involved in the discovery of this PCR, and later on students will learn about requirements of polymerase chain reaction in detail. Later, student will get to know about the different steps of the PCR and their mechanism. Finally, students will learn about applications of PCR in different fields of biology. Let us learn about the introduction of PCR. Polymerase chain reaction, in short PCR technique, is used in the lab to make millions of copies of a particular section of a DNA. It is a fast and inexpensive amplification of DNA fragment in vitro. It is a strong tool that amplifies even tiniest amount of DNA. And it is used in genetic and molecular research as large amounts of target DNA are often required for DNA experiment. Basically, it is an in vitro technique to generate large amounts of specified DNA within a short period. PCR functions similar to our photocopier machine. Polymerase chain reaction is used in all areas of biological research, including clinical, forensic and diagnostic fields, and widespread adoption of this PCR technique has revolutionized life science research recently. Students, let us learn about the scientists who are involved in this PCR discovery. Cary B. Mullis invented PCR technique in 1983 while he was working in Cetus Corporation in California. Cary B. Mullis received Nobel Prize for this invention in chemistry in 1993. For PCR requirement, heat stable DNA polymerase is a very important enzyme. 1966, Thomas D. Brooke discovered Thermus aquaticus bacteria, a thermostable bacteria in the hot springs of Yellowstone National Park. Later in 1985, Cetus Corporation scientists isolated thermostable Taq polymerase from this T. aquaticus, and it has revolutionized the polymerase chain reaction technique. You can see in this picture Cary B. Mullis, who invented PCR in 1983. Let us learn about the principle of polymerase chain reaction technique. The principle of PCR is based on enzymatic in vitro replication of nucleic acid. Enzyme used for PCR reaction is DNA polymerase, and this technique consists of repetitive cycles of denaturation, annealing and extension or elongation, and the PCR product formed is called as amplicon. This is the basic principle of PCR technique, which involves 3 repetitive cycles: denaturation, annealing and extension for about 30 to 35 cycles, in which the DNA will be amplified within a short period. Polymerase chain reaction is a temperature dependent process of DNA amplification. The machine used in PCR technique is known as thermal cycler, as it maintains thermal cycles. The thermocycler was automated recently and it provides temperatures for each step to complete. Denaturation, annealing and extension of DNA occur at different temperature. Thus, the machine is known as thermal cycler. PCR reaction occurs in a small polypropylene tubes known as PCR tubes. You can see in this picture these are polypropylene tubes or PCR tubes which are used in thermal cycler machine. This is the thermal cycler machine used for polymerase chain reaction. Here the polypropylene tubes are placed and this is the LCD screen to monitor various steps of the PCR technique. The success of PCR depends on number of factors with its reaction components or requirements playing a critical roles in amplification. The first component is template DNA or target DNA. A PCR template for application can be any DNA source such as genomic DNA, complementary DNA, cDNA, and plasmid DNA or bacterial DNA. It can be 100 to 35,000 base pairs in length. And the next component is Taq polymerase, which is heat stable. A DNA polymerase is an enzyme that polymerizes new DNA strands. Heat resistant Taq polymerase is especially common as it is more likely to remain intact during high temperature DNA denaturation process. If Taq polymerase was not discovered, PCR might not be discovered. Thermostability, the unique property of Taq, makes amplification possible during PCR. Thermostability means it can work finely at a high temperature. And the next components are two primers, which are usually artificially synthesized oligonucleotide sequences of DNA ranging from 17 to 30 nucleotides in length. And these are short DNA sequences which anneals at the single-stranded template DNA at its exact complementary position. GC content, guanine cytosine content, melting temperature, length are key factors for primer designing. And the next components are deoxynucleotide triphosphates, which are artificially synthesized nucleotides which bind to the growing DNA strand. With the help of Taq DNA polymerase, the different types of DNTPs, namely DATP, DGCTP, DGTP and DTTP, links at its complementary nucleotides on the growing DNA strand. And the next one is buffer solutions. PCR buffer helps to boost up reaction and amplification efficiency and maintain constant pH nearly 7.9 to 8.5 by keeping constant chemical environment. The commonly used buffers are Tris HCl, KCl, etc. And bivalent ions Mg2+ and also in the form of buffers MgCl2 is also included as it works as a cofactor for Taq DNA polymerases. So these are the polypropylene tubes or PCR tubes in which one by one all the PCR requirements or components are added. You can see in this picture. Or nowadays PCR remix is readily available. We can directly use this PCR premix into these tubes which contain already mixed components at required proportions. You can see in this picture all the PCR components, namely DNA sample or target DNA, primers, nucleotides, Taq polymerase, PCR mix buffer, all together are mixed and placed in the PCR tubes, and the PCR tubes are placed in this thermal cycler and the PCR process is started. The first component used in the PCR process is DNA template. As PCR is an in vitro DNA replication, the DNA template is the first component required. A PCR template for replication can be any DNA source, as I said earlier. It may be a plasmid DNA or complementary DNA, genomic DNA or bacterial DNA, and it contains 100 to 35,000 base pairs in length. You can see here this is the DNA strand and this is the template DNA with one strand showing 3' to 5' direction and other strand showing 5' to 3' direction. Let us learn about DNA polymerase enzyme in detail. Taq DNA polymerase is a thermostable enzyme derived from thermophilic bacteria Thermus aquaticus. It is commonly used to amplify DNA fragments in PCR. Taq polymerase is isolated by scientist Thomas D. Brooke from thermophilic bacteria living in hot springs of Yellowstone National Park. You can see in this image a thermal pool of Yellowstone National Park. DNA polymerase has an optimum temperature of 72 degrees and survives up to 92 to 95 degrees Celsius. Taq polymerase can withstand repeated heating to 95 degrees centigrade without significant loss of activity. Taq polymerase lacks 3' to 5' exonuclease activity. So nowadays other effective polymerases are also used which possess 3' to 5' exonuclease activity. The other polymerases used are TMA polymerase isolated from Thermotoga marittima, PFU polymerase isolated from Pyrococcus furiosus, TLI polymerase isolated from Thermococcus litoralis. All these enzymes possess 3' to 5' exonuclease activity and they cuts the mismatched nucleotides during amplification process. Nowadays, recombinant forms of polymerases produced by rDNA technology are also used in the PCR technique. Let us learn about primers which are used in PCR technique. PCR primers are artificially synthesized oligonucleotide sequence of DNA ranging from 17 to 30 nucleotides long. There are two different single-stranded DNA primers and which are chemically synthesized DNA sequences. And these are short DNA sequences which anneals at the single-stranded template DNA at its exact complementary position. Two types of primers are used, forward and reverse primers. This is the forward primer extending from 5' to 3' end, and this is the reverse primer used in reverse direction 5' to 3' end in the complementary strand. GC content, that is guanine cytosine content, melting temperature, length are the key factors for primer designing. Students, let us learn about different steps involved in polymerase chain reaction. Step 1 is denaturation process. During this stage, the mixture containing the template DNA and all other core ingredients are heated to 94 degrees centigrade for 1 minute. So the denaturation occurs at 94 degrees Celsius. The high temperature causes hydrogen bonds between the bases of double-stranded DNA to break and the two strands to separate. So hydrogen bonds between the two strands of DNA are break down and convert the double-stranded DNA into single-stranded DNA. The single strands now act as a template. You can see that template DNA, which is usually we have taken a double-stranded DNA, upon heating to 94 degrees is converted into single-stranded DNA molecules. So this step is known as denaturation, as we are denaturating the double-stranded DNA to single-stranded template DNA molecules. It is important that temperature is maintained at this stage for long enough to ensure that DNA strands have separated completely, and the denaturation step results in two single-stranded DNA which will act as a templates for the production of new strands of DNA. The next important step in the DNA PCR technique is annealing. During step, the temperature is lowered to 54 to 60 degrees for about 1 minute. This enables the primers, both forward and reverse primers, to attach to a specific location on single-stranded template DNA by way of hydrogen bonding. The primers are single strands of DNA sequence that are around 17 to 30 bases in length. The primers are designed to be complementary in sequences to short sections of DNA on each strand of sequence to be copied. Primers serve as a starting point for DNA synthesis. The polymerase enzyme can only add DNA bases to a double strand of DNA. Only once the primer has bound can the polymerase enzyme attach and start making the new complementary strand of DNA from the DNTPs. The two separate strands of DNA are complementary and run in opposite direction. From one end 5' to 3' end and the other end is 3' to 5' end. As a result, there are two primers, that is the forward primer and the reverse primer. This annealing step in which the primers are annealed to the single-stranded DNA molecules occurs for about 1 minute. Next step is the elongation or extension step. Here the temperature is raised to 72 degrees for 2 minutes. DNTPs, all the 4 DNTPs namely DGTP, DATP, DCTP and DTTP are added at the 3' end of the primer, and the tag polymerase elongates or grows the DNA strand in the 5' to 3' direction. These three steps, denaturation, annealing and elongation, are repeated 30 to 35 times and large number of amplicons are formed. We can see in this picture DNA polymerase is adding DNTPs and growing the DNA synthesis in 5' to 3' direction in the both the strands. As a result, new DNA strands are formed. You can see in this image the total all three steps of polymerase chain reaction PCR. Denaturation process. Here the denaturation is occurring at two strands of template DNA are separating. Later annealing step is occurring. The primer is annealed to the template DNA, and next one is extension or elongation step in which DNA polymerase extends or grows the DNA strand in 5' to 3' direction in both the strands of DNA. As a result, number of copies of DNA sequence of interest are formed. The new fragments of DNA that are made during PCR also serve as a templates to which DNA polymerase enzyme can attach and start making DNA. The results is a huge number of copies of specific DNA segment produced in a relatively short period of time. PCR involves process of heating and cooling called thermal cyclers. So the machine is called thermal cycler, which we have learnt earlier. Three steps in each cycle of PCR in relation to temperature and time is shown in this graph. You can see in this graph time is marked on the x-axis and temperature is marked on the y-axis, and we can see the denaturation is occurring for 1 minute at 94 degrees centigrade, and the temperature is lowered to 55 degrees centigrade for annealing for 1 minute, and again for extension or elongation step the temperature is being raised to 72 to 74 degrees centigrade for 2 minutes. So this graph shows the three steps of PCR in relation to temperature. Formula to calculate the number of single-stranded DNA fragments is equal to 2 to the power of n plus 2 to the power of n is equal to 2 to the power of n plus 1, where n is equal to number of cycles. With this formula, we can calculate the number of single-stranded DNA fragments formed after any cycle of the PCR. Initially, we can easily calculate up to 6 or 7 cycles manually, but later on in the 30th cycle or 35th cycle, we can use this formula 2 to the power of n. So for one strand and 2 to the power of n for another single strand, both combinedly together forms 2 to the power of n plus 1. So which will give easily the single stranded DNA fragments formed in the PCR technique. Let us learn about annealing temperature. Ideal annealing temperature is 1 to 2 degrees or 5 degrees lower than the melting temperature of template primer duplex. What is melting temperature? The temperature at which two strands of duplex dissociate is known as melting temperature, and it is very important in primer designing process. It can be determined experimentally or calculated from the formula Tm, which is nothing but melting temperature, is equal to 4 into G plus C plus 2 into A plus T degrees Celsius. So if a primer sequence is given, so suppose we are taking a primer sequence with 3 Gs, 3 Cs, 4 As and 4 Ts. These are nothing but guanine, cytosine, adenine and thymine. So if a primer sequence is given like this from 5' to 3' end, by using above formula, that is Tm 4 into G plus C plus 2 into A plus T, we can calculate the melting temperature and it will be around 40 degrees Celsius. So the ideal melting temperature should always be 1 to 2 degrees or 5 degrees lower than the melting temperature of template primer duplex, which is very important in designing of primer. These primers play an important role and the melting temperature should be thoroughly checked during the PCR process. Students, let us learn about the applications of PCR technique. PCR is used in diagnosis of genetic diseases like sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, hemophilia and Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which occur as a result of inherited genetic changes or as a result of spontaneous mutations. This diagnosis of genetic diseases by using PCR is becoming more common nowadays. And the next step is application is PCR is used in creation of genetic footprint, also known as DNA profiling, from a sample of blood, semen or from a hair root. PCR is the first choice for DNA fingerprinting. Criminal verification, identification of person and material cell contamination can be detected with DNA fingerprinting by using PCR technique. PCR technique is also used in paternity testing and in tissue typing for organ transplantation. PCR is used in diagnosis of infectious diseases before standard serological lab tests which depend on antibody testing, and this PCR is used in diagnosis of infectious diseases like HIV or HPV. PCR is used in gene expression analysis and also other research experiments. And to differentiate and to know about relationship between organisms. PCR plays an important role in phylogenetic analysis. Minute quantities of DNA from any source such as fossilized material, hair, bones, mummified tissues can be amplified by using PCR technique. So all these are the applications of PCR which are very immense and large. We can use PCR in all fields of biology. So students, with this lesson we have learnt about the PCR basics, that is introduction to PCR, principle of PCR, basic steps and requirements of PCR and applications of PCR in detail. Thank you one and all.